Good evening or good morning, depending on what time you're watching this video. This is day 3 of our Ramadan fitness program / challenge. So today what I'm going to be doing for you is our pushing, and day 3 is pushing, correct? So Kieran's already covered legs and pull, and then today is push. So what we're going to do today, we're going to need a bench or some sort of incline. So if you're in the gym, it's easy. If you're at home, you have to work yourself out. So we're going to use a bench. We're going to use a skipping rope. We're going to use kettlebells and dumbbells. Okay, so we're going to get started. In between each set of each exercise, I'm going to throw some skipping in there just to keep the heart rate up. This is up to you how you feel. If you can't keep up, that's fine. Have a minute rest between each set, but I'm going to put the skipping in there for you guys that want to push their limits. Okay, so we'll get started. Skipping for a warm-up, 1 minute or thereabouts. Unfortunately, I haven't set my timer up yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip for what I think is a minute. Then I'm going to get my camera lady Aisha to have the timer on point for me, because obviously I can't manage 2 things at once. Oh, here we go. Harvey cheated. He started late, so I'm going to finish at 45. No, I'm joking. So it's good to be back. Haven't done this since the 30-day challenge during the crazy pandemic. I tell you what though, that got me fit. That got me really fit. I hope it got you fit. We had some good feedback. So me and Kieran are going to sort you out the same. Most exercise we give, we're going to have variations. So if you can't do the main exercise, we'll give you options for the same muscles, but just easier versions. You know, just do your thing. This is for everybody. It's for everybody. If you can't make it to the gym during Ramadan, you train in your own gym, or you train in your house, then this is for you. If you haven't got a skipping rope, that's cool. Just some sort of cardio, jumping jacks, running on the spot, as you like. That's a minute. Okay, so we keep that handy, keep that nearby. Now, our first exercise is going to be superset. We're going to work inside triceps, we're going to work outside triceps. So we're going to be doing bent over kickbacks. So I'm going to show you from a side angle. I want to bend from the hips and keep my stomach up, so it's straight back. We don't want to be like this. It puts pressure on the lower back, and it's going to work. You're not going to focus on your triceps as much. So bend from the hips. I want to have your elbows up nice and high. Then we're going to kick back and squeeze. Okay, we're going to kick back and squeeze on a slight angle out. On a slight angle out to hit inside triceps. Okay, so you're working both inside and outside, but I'm going to focus on my squeeze to get to the inside. Okay, so we bend over, kick it out, squeeze it out. Now when I come down, if I come all the way down here, I'm resting a little bit, so I'm going to stop maybe 3/4 of the way down, so triceps is still active. All the way up and squeeze and down. So give me 1 second, I'm going to grab my dumbbells. For this exercise, I wouldn't go too heavy to start, so I'm going to use 4s. By all means, start with 2s, see how you feel. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 12 reps of this. As soon as you finish 12 reps of this, we're going to go straight down to press-ups or push-ups. When we're doing these push-ups, so we're not going to have shoulder width press-up. We're not going to have a wide press-up. We're going to have shoulder width, or just under your chest. This way, we're pushing with the triceps, outside triceps. As we spread our arms wider, we move it into the chest a little bit more. We want to keep it nice and tight. So we hit inside, outside triceps for a superset. 12 reps, 1 minute of skipping, 3 sets. Let's get started. So, bending from the hips, keeping my chest up and back straight, so I'm horizontal, perfect, and we kick up. 1, 3/4 of the way down. 2, 3, 4, 5, squeeze at the top and make it harder. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, 1 more, 12, very good. No rest, straight down in a press up position. If you can't do it on your toes, you can drop to your knees, but if you do it on your knees, don't let your hips drop down and don't let your hips stay up. I want you to keep in a straight line, okay? So I'm doing it on my toes for 6, I'll do it on my knees for 6. Elbows in, 1, come up to here, don't open your shoulder blades. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now if I'm dropping to my knees to finish off, don't let your bum come up or your bum come down. We keep your core tight. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. Grab your skipping rope. Finish off the first set with 1 minute of skipping. 3, 2, and let's go. Remember, if you're struggling or you're not sure if you can do this for the first couple classes, relax. Don't do the skipping. Just try and keep your heart rate up a little bit, and if you can't do that, it's fine. Give yourself a 1 minute rest. Set number 2 and set number 3, you'll feel it. You should have felt it in your triceps then. If you can't feel it in your triceps, let's try and work out what the problem is. Focus on the muscle you're trying to work so you get the most out of it. Don't try and make the exercise easier for yourself. You try and get 100% out of everything. If you're struggling with skipping, you can't keep skipping because you're not very good at it, just do anything. Anything to keep your heart rate up. Okay, good stuff. So we go to set number 2. Now, set number 2, see how you felt. If 4 kilos or whatever weight you were using was too heavy for you, drop it down a little bit. Especially for these first few classes, first sort of 6 days, we're trying to find where we're at. So there's no point in me sticking 8 kilos on and swing because we're ruining the form. So let's look at form, technique, isolating the right muscles in each exercise, and then start picking the weight up as you feel stronger. Okay, so set number 2. We're bending over from the hips again, straight back, elbows up high, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We go straight down for our press ups or our push ups. Remember, we're gonna have our hands, I'm gonna do it front on this time so you can see. We're gonna have the hands underneath our chest, okay? If it hurts your wrists, go like this, okay? There's no excuse. Now, if I go like this, we wanna go straight back. When we come up to here, 1, we don't open our shoulders. We keep our shoulders pulled back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. Grab your skipping rope. Finish off set 2 on the rope. And let's go. Again, with the skipping, if you can't do it for a minute or you're starting to struggle, just push yourself. It's going to get easier each time. So for today, let's do 30 seconds of skipping and 30 seconds of rest. Again, you're not competing with anybody. You're just making sure that you're getting results for yourself. And you know if you're pushing hard. You know if you're giving up early. We want to get a little bit uncomfortable, and each time we train, keep stretching it out. Just keep getting a little bit more uncomfortable. And soon, what started off being uncomfortable is actually quite easy. As I say, when I'm taking a deep breath, clearly my cardio is on point. I think I've done cardio since the 30-day challenge. And now I'm paying for it. That's all right. I'll get fit with you. We'll get fit together, baby. You'll probably get a lot fitter than me. So we've got one more set. Again, change up the weights if you struggle. Add more if it's easy. Each set, adjust if you need to. If you're comfortable, you think that's the best you can do, stay there. Stay there for now. Okay, set number 3. Bend over from the hips, back straight. Should feel nothing in your lower back. Bend over, elbows up nice and high. Kick it out. 1, 2, squeeze at the top. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. We're going down for our press ups again. Remember, keeping our core tight. Our back should remain straight. Don't let your hips dip down. Shoulder squeeze back. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is correct. Tight core. 1, 2, elbows close to your lats. 3, 4, shoulders stay back. 5, 6, no overextension at the top. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One more. 12. Very good. Grab your rope if you're joining me for skipping. It's the last set before we change exercise. Making sure during these Ramadan fitness programs, if you're doing this after iftar, obviously you don't want to do it directly after. Get a stitch, get pain in the stomach, give yourself a couple hours rest, digest, and make sure when you're doing these exercises, you're hydrating through the night, because dehydration, obviously, Ramadan comes in summer here in UAE, it's hot, so you can't drink through the day. Make sure you're hydrating well through the night. That's probably more important than eating, I think. Very good. Okay, so we're gonna move on to our next exercise. We're gonna use kettlebells. Okay, so we're gonna hit the upper chest. We're gonna do incline raises. So just grab me a kettlebell. The weight's up to you. I'll get a 10 for the demonstration. I'll probably use a 10. So we're gonna do leaning forward a little bit, push hips out, keep your chest up, elbows tight, and grab the bottom of the kettlebell. So you're gonna be pushing in, okay, and leaning forward. That's to hit upper inner chest, okay? So bend over, we keep it here, and we come up, okay? When we come down, try not to get all the way down where you're relaxed, the muscles relax. We want to keep it active. So we come up, and we come down to here. Cool, so we're gonna smash out 12. And my other exercise is, oh, this is a tough one. We're gonna use the bench, okay? We're gonna use our bench or a flat surface, and we're gonna do raised or elevated press ups. So this elevated press ups doesn't necessarily have to be in the same position. We can have it a little bit wider, because again, we're focusing on the upper chest. After you do 12 and 12, back on our skipping rope for 1 minute. So I'm gonna set my bench up. Okay, so if you can't do these, it's okay. We'll just do wider press ups to hit the chest, but we're trying to get the upper chest. So we're leaning forward a little bit, we're keeping our arms locked. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight, but it's not going to bend, it's going to stay locked where it is. We keep our chest up, and we'll start for 12. 1, 2, when we get to the top, push the weights together, or push your hands together and squeeze. So we're trying to make sure we're activating that inside of the upper chest, squaring off the pecs. 5, 6, keeping our shoulders down and back. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, very good. Drop your kettlebell. Now, legs up on the bench. If you want to give it a crack, but you find it's too difficult for the first one, bring your legs up, slide yourself further back so it's less body weight on upper body. So for example, I'm going to do it from here. Maybe you're going to do it from here. So it's less weight, understand? But we're getting to the upper part of the chest. So I'm going to keep in this position. I'm going to bang out 12, shoulders squeeze back, down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. Jump on your skipping rope. 1 minute on the rope, and let's do it. Again, you're pushing yourself as hard as you can. So if you find that you're struggling to keep up with the cardio, it's cool. Knock it off and just focus on forming the exercises. Make sure it's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're pushing with the cardio, it's good. But if you're giving up on the cardio, then ensure that there's no mistakes in your form. Ensure the exercise is perfect because you get a 1 minute rest. The rest of us, no rest. Now, apologies if my 1 minute of skipping is not 1 minute, but it's close enough. As long as we're keeping our heart rate up, it's all good. Grabbing that kettlebell. Hips back, lean forward. When we get to the top, that's the point. We come down, not really much lower than that, so we're still keeping this active. 2, 3, 4, 5, shoulders down and back. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, very good. Now for you guys that struggled on the first one, slide yourself back a little bit. If you did okay, stay in the same position. Even if you can't get 12 out in the same position, get 10, get 8. Just get uncomfortable. Ready? Core tight. Shoulders squeeze back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. Grab a skipping rope. 1 minute. Let's go. If you're doing this after iftar, make sure you have water on hand. Just keep sipping. Get as much water in as you can. Especially if you're active through the daytime, out and about doing things. Keeping hydration is very, very important. And if you're not sure if you're dehydrated or not, check the color of your pee. Lighter it is, more hydrated you are. Okay, we're going to start the third set. Again, apologies for my 1 minute of skipping. I'm sort of counting in my head, sort of just winging it. Mostly winging it. Okay. Jump back on the kettlebell. Remember, here's the grip, and we're pushing on that angle. So we're squeezing our arms together, activate the inside of our chest. If we're just lifting it up, you're gonna feel it more in the shoulders and the delts. So front delts, sorry. So instead of just doing this, we're getting underneath it, we're squeezing together, and then we go 1, 2, shoulders down and back. 3, try and connect. 4 with the upper chest. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, very good. Okay, let's crack on with this third set and the press ups. Again, if you struggle, slide back a little bit. If you can't get 10, you can get 8, get 8. You can't get 8, get 6. Aiming for 12. Hips up, nice and tight. Shoulders remain back and down, up. Full extension of the arms, not overextension of the shoulders. Shoulders back and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. Grab your skipping rope. Finish off the last set. A little bit of skipping. Now again, as I mentioned at the start, there's a lot of skipping in this class, a lot of skipping, but it's not necessary that you do it. I'm doing it, so I keep my heart rate up and I get more of a sweat, burn more calories. If you want to just focus on heavier weights and give yourself a minute rest, that's fine. Skipping is an option. If you don't want to skip, you want to do abs, that's cool. But basically, I'm just keeping myself active. I personally don't like to have a long break between sets, even if I'm going heavy. So when I am going heavy, I'll still do skip in between, or I'll go and fill my water bottle up. I can't just sort of rest too long. Should, but I can't. So you just do your thing. Do abs, skip, have a rest. Want to set yourself up for the next set, changing the weights. All good. Okay, very good. Next exercise, sorry, I'm just going to my sheets. Bench dip, and planks. So, we'll use the bench again. If you haven't got a bench, by now you've had to use something else. When you're doing your bench dips, if you're using a chair, a dining room chair, whatever you're using, be careful. Because if I'm using the end of a chair and I'm going this way, the chair can fall forward. So do it on stairs, do it on a step, do it on anything you can between beds, but you want to have it steady for your wrist so you're not bending your wrist up too much. You want to have it stable so it's not going to move or slide out and you hurt yourself. Safety is obviously key if you're doing this in the house. If you're doing it in the gym, your gym will definitely have one of these. If it doesn't, you need to change gyms. Now, when we're doing our dips, I'll give you a couple of variations. What's most important is we're keeping our bum close to the bench and we don't feel it here. We don't feel it in our in the shoulder. The shoulders are going to be squeezed back and chest up. So this is a harder variation. Elbows stay tight to our body. We go down, squeezing our shoulders back and coming all the way up, but not all the way up to here. Not overextending. We're coming down and we're coming up to here. And we're squeezing here on the inside triceps, okay? If you find that difficult, that's too difficult, we can move our feet closer. We're taking more body weight. We're taking more of the body weight in our legs. But what tends to happen when we do that is we slide away from the bench. Now I feel it in my shoulders. It's pain in my shoulders. This is very important and this is very important. So even if you move your legs back, don't put too much weight on them where you're bringing your butt away from the bench. So we start here. If we struggle, we slowly bring them back a little bit, keeping this close and keeping this back. The second part of the exercise is a plank. The plank will be for 30 seconds, but with our plank, we're not doing the normal planks. We're gonna do it on our hands, but we're gonna bend our arms. So our triceps are engaged, okay? You wanna hold that. If you can hold it lower, that's great. Whilst doing that, we're keeping our shoulders squeezed back. We're keeping our core engaged. So we're gonna tilt our hips up towards our chest, so there's nothing in our lower back, it's all in the abs. That should look like this. So this is a normal plank, and this is the plank we should be doing. This is important. Hips up towards the chest, so the core's engaged, and then we're bending the arms for our triceps. Okay, it's a static hold. Let's get into it. 12 reps, and then camera lady Aisha will film my plank because I don't really want to do much more than 30 seconds. Ready? And 1, chest up, shoulders back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Squeeze your elbows in. 11, 12. Don't let them come out, keep them tight. Now we go straight down for the plank. 30 seconds. Squeeze your abs, bend your arms. Let's go. Very good. About 10 seconds in. Hitting about halfway. Smash out 10 more seconds. And time, very good. My counting was pretty good. Aisha corrected me, but it was pretty good. So again, jump on a skipping rope. You're sweating like me. If you're not, what are you doing wrong? Either you're a lot fitter than me or you're not working hard. I feel like it might be the second one. Again, we're aiming for about a minute on the rope, 45 seconds to a minute. If you want to be super strict on your time, do 45 seconds of skipping, give yourself a 15-second rest, set yourself up, and then go again. Alternatively, just keep up with me. Okay, set number 2 of 3. 12 dips, remember on the dips, elbows staying close to our body and we're focusing on the inside tricep, okay? So put your hands close to your butt, shoulders back, chest up, and 1, 2, 3. Keep your bum close to the bench. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and don't do that. Keeping them squeezed back. Straight down into our plank with bent arms, so we're activating triceps more than ordinary. Are you ready for 30 seconds? Keep our hips up towards our chest and let's go. Holding this for 30 seconds. If you can do it for longer, that's good. If you can't, remember where you're at, because next session or next time you do this exercise, just push yourself extra 5 seconds. Each time, extra 5 seconds. As long as we're not in this position, as long as we're in this position. Good, keep squeezing. Abs nice and tight, arms bent, and that is time. Very good, jump on your rope. Finishing off set number 2. So far, so good. We've got 1 more set of the second exercise, then we've got 2 more exercises to go. We're not going to stretch. I'm going to leave that to you. So we should be getting through 4 exercises in this class. Again, if you need to have a rest instead of skip, that's fine. If you need to skip a little bit, that's good. Okay. And that'll do us. Last set, 3rd set. "12 reps, 30 seconds, 1 more skipping, and make sure you get a drink and we'll do our 4th or 3rd exercise. 3, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If you can get deeper, by all means, go ahead. I just find it, I get a little bit stiff or a little bit of pain in my shoulders if I go too far down. I have some injuries in my shoulders, so I just go as far as I can to feel it in the tricep, and then I'll extend all the way, but I won't lock it, so I'll keep the muscle active each time. Okay, good. So we're doing a plank again. Remember the most important part of the plank, when we lift ourselves up, we're not letting it fall into our lower back and our groin. We're gonna squeeze our abs and making sure, squeezing our hips up towards our chest, bending our arms to make it harder. If you're really struggling with that, just keep your arms a little bit straight. Don't lock them though, yeah? keep them in this position. So our triceps are burning, abs are burning, nothing in the lower back. We're pushing the middle of our back up. Middle back up. Good, hold that, 30 seconds is nothing, smashing it. Smashing as long as it finishes soon. Ha! Good. Perfect, great job. Okay, so, correct, I'm sorry. We already have finished 3 exercises. We're going to the 4th exercise now. So the 4th exercise is incline chest press and kettlebell shoulder exercise. So it's like a military press, but it's single arm, and it's not so much for size, it's to strengthen the stabilizers of the shoulders. So I'll show you on the bench here. Upper chest, okay, I should have a towel. Move the bench. I should have a towel, because you'll have a towel, because that's good gym etiquette, but I'll just clean it when we finish. So, I want to incline. Incline means I'm going to hit upper chest. Now, with any chest exercise, any pushing exercise, if you watch my shoulder, when I get to the top, I don't want to go to, I don't want to open my shoulder blades. So on my spine, in my back, I want to be doing this, and when I push, I'm doing this. I'm not doing this. That's how you get injuries in your shoulders, from overextending. And generally when you're doing heavy bench press, people will do that. So I'm gonna grab myself some weights, and I'm gonna grab myself a kettlebell. Now the kettlebell you used before for incline chest will be too heavy, because the exercise is gonna be this. We have it in a straight line. Now the grip of the kettlebell, we're not squeezing very tight. We want to balance so it's straight. So we keep it like this, and then we go up. We stop at the shoulder height and we go up. This is to stabilize the shoulder muscles, to make your pushing exercises easier and safer, stabilizing all the shoulder muscles. So I'm going to grab myself some dumbbells. Sorry to walk out of camera, how very unprofessional. Yes, it's only 18 kilos, I apologize. So we're gonna do 10 to 12 reps. Now again, everyone has different goals. Now if your goals are to maintain your health and your muscle mass during Ramadan, 10 to 12 reps of a decent weight is good. If you're still building, trying to gain, don't do 12 reps. Do 5 reps, do 5 sets, do a 2-minute rest between. Heavy. To grow, you want to micro tear the muscles. So 18 kilos is good for me for 12 reps. We're going to kick them up, chest up, shoulders squeezed back like I explained in the start. We're going to come up. Now, you don't need to come across into the center. You're going to keep your wrists above your elbows. Wrists above your elbows. So when you come down, my wrists are sitting above my elbows. I get to this height, just below my chest with my elbows. 1, 2, so it's a full extension, not overextension. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. When I put them down safely. One way to do that, touch them together, bring them down to your chest, catch them onto your knees. Or if you're in the gym by yourself and there's padded floors, there's nothing around you, you can just throw them as you like. Now remember, the weight we did before for the incline bench or incline chest is probably going to be too heavy, especially if you haven't done this exercise before. I'm going to use a 10. I'm going to do 10 reps on either side. Core tight, chest up, hand out to the side. Okay, we're balancing. We're not squeezing too hard with our grip. 1, 2, elbow tight, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you can see during that set, I'm moving to catch it, to keep it balanced, which is the point. The muscles to stabilize. Elbow in, and 1, 2, 3. You should feel nothing in your lower back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Again, we skip in between. Running out of skipping space. Skip sideways. Whew. It's good, you're doing fantastic. If you kept up so far, you're doing great. Remember, it's only day 3. Kieran's got day 1 and 2 on point. Hope you enjoyed that. Day 3 and 4 coming up. 5 and 6, and then you've got active recovery. So it's a 3-day split. Push, pull legs, and active recovery. Okay. That's good. Now again, reset. How was that weight for you? Was it too heavy? Was it too light? Fix it accordingly. If you don't have dumbbells in your house, what are you using? 2 6-pack of water. What are you using? 2 bags of potatoes. Whatever you can find. Chest up, shoulders back. Our elbows are above, our wrists are above our elbows. So we're not coming in, putting pressure. We're going out, squeezing our shoulders back, pushing up with the chest. And there, we're not going any further. Straight arms, not overextension of the shoulders. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, one more, 12. Set of 10, same again. Change your weight if you need to. Don't squeeze too hard on the grip. It's more about balance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Change. Elbow in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. On the rope. Now, if you've kept up with everything we've done today's session, I reckon you've been training harder than most people would do in the gym by themselves in an hour. Because you're keeping your heart rate up, solid weight, solid set, decent reps. So that people come to the gym, they spend an hour and a half in the gym, they don't really do much. Sort of wander around. This is probably more beneficial. If you're strict, disciplined, smashing it, getting it done, pushing as hard as you can, keeping up as best as you can, it's better. It's going to build a solid base. It's going to maintain a solid base. Okay, you ready? Set number 3, smash it out. Last set, and it's home time, or if you're at home, and it's shower time. You want to keep the same weight. Chest up. If you want to flick it up, you can swing or use your knees. Yeah, but be safe and be safe. If you can't get it up, it's too heavy. Shoulders back, chest up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. Bring it down safely. Good. Grab your weight, kettlebell, core tight, elbow in, And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whoo, starting to burn, man. Last one. 1. Don't squeeze too tight. Balance. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right. Last skip. Let's do it. So when we finish this, you can spend 15-20 minutes stretching your triceps, stretching your chest out, stretching your legs and calves out, obviously, because we're doing some skipping as well. Take your time for a cool down. Done really well. Just be mindful. Fat loss and weight loss, it's all maths. Calories out, calories in. When you have your iftar, or you have your dinner, you don't need to smash it. You need to have unnecessary amounts of food. That's not the point. Eat what you need. Be cautious of what you're eating. Be conscious of what you're eating, what you put in your body, because I gotta burn it off. If I'm not willing to put the time in the gym, I'm not willing to put the time in whatever activity or exercise I'm doing, you don't deserve, you haven't earned that bulk amount of food or the cake or McDonald's. Earn it, everything in moderation. I can tell you to stop eating food you like, stop eating takeout. Earn it, it's very simple. Everything in life is moderation. Anything that's too extreme, not sustainable. You need to be sustainable, stay healthy for long term. No point in getting in shape for 3 months and then just getting out of shape again. You want to maintain the health, the shape, the lifestyle. It needs to be achievable, it needs to be sustainable. You know what I'm saying? So that was fantastic. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed that session. I certainly did. I'm gonna get fit for these 30 days, whether you do or not. But let's do it together. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow.